I kept watching and thinking it's gonna suck. And
You're like, this is great.
It exceeded expectations. Welcome to No Ordinary Friendship.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Teresa.
Let's catch up.
Welcome back.
Hey, listeners.
It's finally getting kind of cozy.
It is, but I don't like it.
Oh, I really like it.
It drizzled this morning.
It did, and it was not on the forecast.
No, it was not. Weather people.
I really liked it.
Oh, okay.
I think being in the South Bay.
You miss San Francisco.
No, I think because there's like no seasons in SF. It's like always this weather, overcast and foggy, that because it's been so hot, I really appreciate this cooler weather.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you are just
I'm happy for you. I'm trying to find the good in the nights getting longer and the weather getting colder. Like waking up at 6:20 and it's like pitch black.
I hate that.
It's not a good feeling.
No. And with daylight savings time coming up.
Oh, yes. Another thing we dread.
Okay, well, let me tell you.
Yes.
Something completely unrelated. Breaking news. I forgot to tell you this last week, but I was in Scottsdale 2 weeks ago, and I saw a celebrity.
How could you not?
It took everything in me to not text you because I was like, I'm going to save it for the pod. Okay, so she's obviously not A-list, but she's probably one of the most popular housewives.
Can I guess? Oh, no, never mind. I can't guess.
Wait, who are you going to guess?
I don't know. Well, before you said housewife, I was going to get some more hints and then guess, but I don't know a lot of housewives. Is it, she's like a housewife of Arizona? Is there...
No, there isn't. She was there
she
was there for a Call Her Daddy appearance. Because I think Call Her Daddy or Alice Cooper was on her Unwell tour.
Oh.
Anyways, I like didn't know anything about Alex Cooper or Call Her Daddy until the Kamala interview. I had never seen a celebrity before. I feel like this is the type of celebrity that I care about.
Yeah.
A real housewife.
How exciting for
you. Not
you.
only is she a real housewife, but I feel like she is probably the most popular / successful.
Bethany.
In terms of yes. Good job.
I see her on my TikTok.
She's a weird influencer now.
She looks a little bit scary. I don't know. She probably has like a lot of fillers.
Yeah, maybe a little bit too much sun over the years. But she went on Real Housewives of New York, the original, as the underdog. Like everyone's like, oh, we'll take you under her wing. She's single. Like she doesn't have as much money as us.
She's only a millionaire, not a billionaire.
Well, she's an entrepreneur, so she was giving out samples at the local grocery store for her like own little food company, her little healthy food company, and then she eventually sold her like Skinny Girl alcohol brand to some really large, I think maybe Diageo.
Oh, okay.
For $100 million. And I don't think she had that many investors or anything.
Oh, so wow.
She really made it big from that and from the show. She's kind of kooky now, but I was like...
Did you get to like talk to her?
So I was at the pool. I was texting you and it was super hot, right?
Yeah.
And I remember seeing this couple in the pool and I was like, oh, they're so in love and they look so old. And I was like, that is like the... secret to a relationship for the woman to look like that good at her age.
Yeah.
Not knowing it was her at the time.
Oh.
But then I saw her later that night and I was like, oh,
is she really fit?
She's super fit. She's super tiny and petite. And she looks so good because she was like dining outside. I had just come out from, can you believe it, the gym. I like rushed back to my room to change so I could like eat right next to her.
Oh,
so I could like eavesdrop. I did, but they had already left.
No.
Yeah.
You should have like said hi.
I really wanted to, but then I was like, I kind of want a picture. Well, maybe not.
And you're like, I don't look good right now.
I look terrible right now. And
girl, you can touch it up later.
Facetune later. She was already gone. I looked her up on social media because I was like, I want to make sure this is actually her. And that's when I realized she posted a selfie of her in her bikini, and that's the woman. I was like, oh, that was her.
Amazing.
It was so surreal to me because I was like, she was so close to me.
Yes. I love a good celebrity sighting. And I'm glad it was like you saw her, because if I did, I probably wouldn't have recognized her. And even if I did, like, it's not that kind of excitement.
Yeah.
So.
And she was pissed about something. I think that's also why I didn't approach her. She was like venting to her new man at the time, who I also looked up. Because I guess she just, I don't know anything, but she just separated from her fiance or like boyfriend of 6 years.
She's not on the show anymore, or is that
no?
even
They
around?
completely revamped it.
Oh, okay.
They're on season 15, but it's a completely new cast with Jenna Lyons and all those people.
I don't know.
It's not doing too hot.
Okay.
So you shouldn't care.
Okay.
But I used to love Bethany, and now she's kind of a strange influencer slash underground MAGA supporter, maybe.
Is she?
Well, I think it's unclear where she stands. She is very rich, so she probably leans more Republican.
Yeah.
But also she really understands her audience and understands social media, and a lot of her followers are within that demographic.
I see.
So when Alex Cooper interviewed Kamala, she's like, I didn't watch it, but Kamala is like a pick me, and and said a lot of things that are not favorable to Kamala. And then she had some backlash because people love Alex Cooper.
Yeah.
And she literally just did an Alex Cooper thing.
Interesting.
Well, because Alex Cooper also has a really strong like
Republican.
Yeah, like Midwest
Trump supporter.
Southern following. And
Yeah.
so she's really put it out there with her Kamala interview.
That takes a lot of guts. Good for her.
Good for her.
I've listened to a couple of hers. Like she interviewed Rachel Bilson. I
did
think.
she?
Yeah.
Summer?
Yeah. I think I just pick celebrities I know.
Yeah.
Usually for her episodes because I don't really know her that well.
Same. I don't know her or her brand.
But good for her, you know?
Yeah.
Women supporting women.
Yeah. The more I looked into her content, I was like, whoa, she's like really good for what she's built.
Yeah.
She's a pretty strong interviewer.
Yeah. Well, that is so exciting. I can't believe you didn't tell me immediately.
I went back to that restaurant and I was kind of mad because the golf cart guy told me that that restaurant is more fancy, so you have to dress up. You don't. He was wrong.
Oh, you could have just sat with your whatever you were wearing.
I think we like miscommunicated because there is a fancy restaurant with outdoor dining, but she wasn't there. She was just at the bar lounge, outdoor seating. So you don't have to dress up.
He messed up your chances of becoming besties with Bethany.
I told Steven and he just didn't have any good follow-up questions. I was like, never mind, Steven.
I will tell Emily on the pod. She will ask me questions. Men, that is one of their weaknesses, follow-up questions. Like, every time Victor meets with one of his friends, you know, I want to get the tea.
Yeah.
So he'll be like, oh, this happened. I'm like, really? What happened after that? He's like, I don't know. I didn't ask.
Steven came home to me, teased me. He was like, oh my God, I got so much tea about this woman, like through my mom, that we kind of know.
Yeah.
And then I asked him some follow-up question. He's like, I don't know. Like literally the most basic things. Like that is not tea. You gave me a one-liner.
That's like, it makes so much sense. Giggly Squad always jokes like, why are men running the FBI? Because they are not good at interrogating.
They're not inquisitive. They're not like thinking outside the box.
We probably would have like figured everything out if there were just a few more women.
Just a few. Need representation.
Yes.
Okay, that's my story.
I'm available, FBI, right now. If you want a part-time stay-at-home mom, no one will suspect me.
It's like Good Girls.
Yeah. Mine is way less fun. And I also resisted texting you the day it happened. But I took the girls on Monday. They had the day off for Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yes.
I took them to Spina Farms, which I thought was Spina until I heard someone else say Spina. It was so fun. It was definitely worth the drive. And
it's a great pumpkin patch.
I felt like such a good mom because, like, you know, I don't like to drive far places.
Yeah.
I don't like to go without Victor. I did it all. And then my parents came, which was really nice. They had fun with them.
Yeah.
On my drive back, I got hit by another car. Luckily, so I don't actually know what happened. The car in front of me just like stopped really suddenly. And I had to stop so suddenly like that, like everything in my car kind of like fell forward. My car made that like sound. And unfortunately, Cassie woke up, but then the car behind me couldn't stop in time and hit me. And luckily, on the freeway. And luckily, we're all fine.
Yeah.
It was just like our bumper is damaged, but the car's still drivable. Nobody was hurt. But it was like very jarring because it just like out of the blue. I still don't know what happened because the cars in front of us, like they stopped and then they kept going. But I don't know why. And then, it just happened in the blink of an eye.
Okay, so what happened afterwards?
We just like pulled over, exchanged information.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'm waiting to like file a claim.
Do you have whiplash?
I don't. Thankfully, I was telling Victor, like, I'm so thankful that you can tell the driver behind me was trying to stop. He just couldn't in time. Otherwise, the impact would have been so much bigger, you know?
Right.
It was the same thing as me. I think I was literally like 3-4 feet from the car in front of me when I was able to finally stop, and he just couldn't. So it was like not a crazy crash.
That is really scary, especially on the freeway too.
Yeah, and especially with my kids in the car. Yeah. So I don't know. There was no point except that was my breaking news that I wasn't in a car accident.
Car accidents do freak me out. And a lot of the times when I'm driving, I'm thinking we all have too much power in this huge vehicle. Yeah. And I can literally fall asleep or just decide to veer left and really change a lot of people's lives.
Yes, true. And then the other random thing, I guess, is when you file a claim for insurance, they ask if there were any child, what are they called? Safety devices in the car. Because I guess if you're in like a serious accident, insurance will actually cover to replace the car seats. I didn't know that. Because thankfully we have never had a serious
accident then, right?
I don't know. I'm waiting for their insurance to get back to me, but hopefully they'll at least cover the repair of the bumper in the back.
How much do you think it'll cost?
I have no idea.
Guess how much later.
I will tell. Yeah, I'll have you guess how much later.
Yikes! I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah,
car accidents are very scary, even when they're local.
And I used it as a teaching moment for the girls. I was like, "See, this is why when mommy is driving, you cannot be asking me to do things for you."
Were they scared?
They weren't. It was really cute. Charlie was like, my head went back like this because she was awake. And Cassie was like, my head went forward like this because she was asleep. But anyway, yeah, glad we're all okay. Everybody drive safely and maintain lots of distance with the cars in front of you. I wasn't even close to that car in front of me.
It's just how suddenly they stopped.
It's just I didn't expect it to be like such a drastic basically a stop. You know?
Because you don't know how hard they're pushing on the brakes when you see their brake lights.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
Thanks. Guess how much?
Okay. Pest control. Is this something that you get done around your house?
It is not.
I don't think my parents did it growing up either, but only when we have
my parents, I think they do termite. Is that considered pest?
It is, but like not regular maintenance.
And then in the lawn, I think they did something too. I forget for what.
Gophers, maybe?
Maybe.
I was thinking more like bugs.
Oh, okay. No.
Like spiders and ants and silverfish and whatnot.
Oh, no, we don't.
I guess a lot of people do. So we get folks to come out for ants when there's like just way too many of them. But everybody sells packages for the year where they come quarterly or bi-monthly or something. Guess how much it costs?
For an annual?
For an annual.
To come out quarterly?
Yeah. Or no, like bi-monthly.
Oh, okay. $1,000.
Yes. $1,000. Granted, this house is like big, larger square footage, but
it's like inside and outside?
Just outside. They can do inside too, but I think like
outside's
it's most effective outside.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was like, there must be alternatives out there.
Just put your little tarot traps outside.
No, but I want to do spiders too, because I do remember growing up with a lot of spiders, and I thought that was the norm until I went over to our neighbor's house, and they're like, oh, that pest control not doing like good enough job. Let's go call them. And they don't have any spiders in their house.
Maybe I should too, because we have so many spiders at our house. Someone did come to my door to try to sell me this thing.
Same.
But then I felt like it was a scam.
It's weird that they would come door to door.
Because she was like, oh, I'm going to offer you a good deal because some of your neighbors already signed up. And she like named neighbors. And I was like, I don't know my neighbors. And I feel like she was trying to convince me to sign up today, you know?
Yeah.
She's like, okay. And she kept giving me like, because I kept saying no. She kept trying to like sell me. And then I was like, I don't want to do this.
Especially with you being so aggressive.
Yeah.
Well, the guy that came to our house, I was very surprised that they do like door-to-door sales too. I was like, we already have someone. He's like, all right, thanks for your time. Bye. I was like,
that is a good answer.
He seems legitimate. So I did take his card actually. But I did some research, and there are, of course, companies now where they send
Pesty.
Yeah, I use them.
I get ads from them. Oh, you use it?
I bought it. I'll let you know if it actually works or not.
Please do, because if it works, maybe I will get it.
I think you get a pouch quarterly.
Okay.
And so you do your own spraying. It comes with all the materials. You just mix it with water. And I think total for the year is like $150. Or maybe
that's
$180.
a really good deal.
It is. And if you just want to try it one time, it's only $35.
Oh.
Not sponsored, by the way, and don't even know their effectiveness. But I'll let you know because I do think it's such a drastic difference.
You notice already?
No, drastic price difference.
Oh, I was like, you already did it?
Well, Steven already did it, actually.
Oh, okay.
And so I did see him spraying, and I was like, is that how I would have sprayed it? I don't know.
The only thing I've purchased is this peppermint spray from Amazon because, like, I have a dog and I have young kids. I didn't want anything, like, super
Toxic.
chemically. So this is supposedly, like, a mix of essential oils, I think, that are supposed to repel insects. And I have sprayed it around our doorways, outside. And then, you know, we have a sunroom. So I spray it in the sunroom because I feel like the bugs, like, come in from there.
Yeah.
And I don't know for sure, but I do think it actually helps. I haven't done it in months at this point, but you just reminded me I probably should. I used to do it like maybe every 2 weeks, go around and spray it. And I think it does keep them from coming in as much.
Yeah, yeah. I actually think it's important, at least for like older homes, to do it just around the entire
I didn't do that. I should
because there's so
probably
many
do that.
holes.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
I did read that the natural stuff just doesn't work as long.
It doesn't kill them, right?
Yeah.
And it just repels them. So,
Which
I don't
is
know.
good.
Yeah.
It's a starting point.
Okay. You just reminded me. I have to go do that today.
I was very proud of myself finding that option.
I'm proud of you too. Saved like $800. Go buy a purse.
I made money.
Go buy some new shoes. Okay. Since we like to talk about popcorn so much on the podcast, my mom did buy the girls kettle corn at Spina Farms, and I wanted you to guess how much.
How is the bag size?
It's like the medium size, that typical of like a farmer's market.
I went last year, and I remember thinking this is so expensive. I don't know. Did they raise prices? $18.
$11.
Oh, nice.
I was pleasantly surprised because after you bought that Boy Scouts one for $20, I was like, they could charge whatever they want here because people are going to buy it.
And it's kettle corn.
It was really good kettle corn too. Like, tasted very fresh.
Yum. Yum. Okay, that's a great guess how much. Cheaper than you expected.
Yes, I surprised you because usually I'm griping about how everything is expensive.
All right, moving on to pop culture.
Okay.
Nobody wants this. Our third week in a row talking about it.
Nobody cares anymore.
I think people still care.
Oh, really? Okay.
Season 2, and I don't know.
Season 2?
Oh, sorry. They are renewed for season 2.
They are? Oh, I didn't know that.
Because it's so popular. It's still number 2 on Netflix.
Like, what's the story gonna be?
Really? Okay. Wait, I didn't understand. So I finished watching the last episode.
Okay.
And you said last week you do not feel connected to these characters. You don't care about what happens to them next.
I guess, like, to me, the story has played out and it seems he's made his decision and there isn't really... I guess they can continue to show, like, what happens if they stay together. Is that what you think season 2 will be about?
Wait, but at the end, I felt like they left it open-ended. All he did was acknowledge that he can't have both his career and her.
Well, to me, the fact that he came after her means he made a decision.
I don't know.
Because she said, don't come after me. And if he's not going to commit to her...
Well, you can't make a decision within 5 minutes.
That's what he did.
No, he just he wanted to see her again. I felt like they left the door open for a lot more.
Oh, interesting. Listeners, what did you think? Because we took away different conclusions.
Yeah, because they left that open-ended even without a season 2. I felt like it could have ended just right then and there too.
Yeah.
I am curious to see Sasha and the
right.
other
Like, are they going to have an affair?
It's weird, but also kind of quirky.
Did you see on? I saw on TikTok they were like promoting the show, but they talked about how they're the loser siblings.
Yeah.
And did you know that actress was super pregnant while she was filming it?
No.
They hid it so well. Yeah, there was a TikTok of her and Kristen Bell, like kind of a behind the scenes, and she had this huge belly.
What?
Yeah, so I told Victor after I saw that, and we were still watching it. So then we noticed, like, when they go to the bar mitzvah or the bar mitzvah, she's wearing, like, a very flowy dress. And I think it's because she's hiding her bump.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look that up.
Yeah.
Or maybe rewatch some episodes because...
Once you know, you'll be like, oh, that's why she's wearing a big flowy shirt or whatever.
In my mind, she's, like, tall and skinny.
Yeah. Yeah, they did such a good job.
Strange.
I mean, she is tall and skinny.
Yeah, she is
pregnant.
Well, I think the next season will probably not be as lighthearted because they get into more serious topics. So it'll be less of a fun rom-com.
Interesting.
So I agree with you. That's like the fun initial stuff is kind of played out, and now they're more in the serious part.
Yeah.
But I do want to see like where their podcast goes, and I thought that was a storyline that they could have played up a bit more.
Yes, we are invested in how podcasts do. No, generally I enjoyed watching it. I just felt like, at least to me, like I had closure, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know. The last episode just like
It didn't hit for you.
It didn't hit for me, yeah.
I kept watching and thinking it's gonna suck. And
you're like, this is great.
It exceeded expectations.
I will lower expectations for you for all things.
Abbott Elementary is back.
Did you watch the first episode?
Did.
We watched it, and then we're not used to watching things that come out like week by week. So then at the end, we're like, oh, that's it? We can't watch anymore?
Same. Yesterday, I was so excited to see on Hulu that the next episode was coming out. I kept clicking on it. I was like, what's happening? And it said upcoming for today. Don't tease me like that.
But yes, I love Abbott Elementary, and they're so witty with their little jokes. I loved, spoiler alert, how they had like a white kid come, and they're like, I see a ghost. What is happening? Oh, are we having an inspection?
It's something, they're definitely an ensemble cast. Like,
yes.
It only works with all of them in it.
I love it.
I love it too, and it feels like there's a lot of like no rule situations because of their low income status at the school.
And I love that we got to see the set when we went on the studio tour.
Something we'll never do again.
Yeah. Although we do need another girls trip soon.
Yeah.
ASAP. Remember last week you told me about like taking care of myself?
Yes.
Like I think my mental health needs a girls trip.
You do. Especially because your husband is so busy right now,
He needs a break, too. Although he did get to go to his surf ranch last week. So hopefully that was a mini
His
recharge.
break is work.
I don't think so.
About? He probably wouldn't agree with me.
Sometimes it is, but lately it hasn't been because it's
That's
just so
tough.
busy.
That is really tough.
Okay, family and wellness.
Yeah. I put this. Okay, sorry. We're going to be in Taiwan for 2.5 weeks with both kids in December. It's pretty long, and I'm definitely going to need help.
Yes.
So we're looking into finding a part-time nanny / babysitter. I don't really know.
Did you talk to Diana?
I did, yeah. So she gave me some great resources that were all in Chinese. But
she and I, like, she has to translate stuff for me because we reached out to this like Taiwanese company too, and then they like sent their PowerPoint all in Chinese. She's like, "Do you understand?" I'm like, no.
Google Translate does some of the lifting, but the tone doesn't translate, and I'm always like, "Is this person super creepy or just like bad Google translation?" But
like, I want to eat your children.
To me, like, Taiwan is a very safe place. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, anyone from these like reputable agencies will have good people.
Yeah.
And they all, for the most part, have really high ratings. Or there's a lot of people that have really high ratings.
Yeah.
But when I was telling somebody else about it, they're like, oh my God, you cannot trust them. Like, you have to be there the whole time.
What?
Not specific to like Taiwan nannies or agencies, but just like in general to people taking care of your kids that are that young.
Oh.
My kids are 2 and 4. I don't think they're that young.
They're not infant, but they're still young, like to the point where I don't think they can like advocate for themselves.
Right. Like if something weird was happening, they would just have to go along with the grown-up in this situation.
Yeah.
So now I'm like reassessing and thinking, where should I draw the line? Like, do I need to be present the whole time? Because I was thinking like they could take them to the playground and I could...
I mean, through your mom or anything, is there anyone like that your friends have used before, you know?
Yeah, but the thing is they're still using them.
Right. Or if they have a friend, like just some sort of closer connection than an agency.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I get the like be wary, of course, because yeah, you're right. You assume that they'd be good, but like even one of my nannies that we didn't really like had good references, right? Like they'll be able to find someone to say something good about them.
Yeah.
And you don't. It might even just be like a different style than what you want.
Yeah.
And
different style is okay because it's like they are older and they're really just like somebody to make sure they're safe.
Yeah.
And like accommodating them on certain things. Not accommodating. Accommodating? Just going with them, like chaperoning them, right?
Yeah, accompanying.
That's a better word. Yeah, but then I also think like kids clubs are a thing too, and people just send their kids there. But I guess that's like more of a reputable company too, and not agency
just
by
do
agency. My kids are old enough for that, or else I would have
maybe not Logan.
dropped them off.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea. Find something that's a bit closer.
Yeah, just like 1 degree of separation or something, you know, where you feel like you can trust them.
Because my cousin is there as well. The thing is, everybody is using their full-time nanny.
Can you just drop them off with that nanny? Like just 2 extra kids for a few hours. It should be fine.
Just 2 more boys, no problem. No, I need them to come to our house and like come to meals with us. I think that's... I was at dinner with Logan and I was like, you're crazy. Like you are a hot mess every single meal.
Well, if they're coming with you, then it should be fine.
That would be okay. Yeah. But sometimes I just need to take a nap.
Yeah. Just take the nap and have them like stay
Go
nearby.
with Steven.
Yeah, take turns. I don't know. Or at the beginning do that, you know?
Yeah.
Because you're there for 2.5 weeks. If you're using the same person, the first few times, stay close by, kind of monitor. And then if you feel comfortable, then be like, yeah, take them to the park, you know?
That's a great idea. I have never had a babysitter before, and it makes me...
Same. We've only had like nannies that we work with.
Fully vetted, with you full time.
Yeah. But yeah, I do think having a babysitter is something we should explore. Because definitely for me, but also like my kids are so clingy to me. And I feel like they need to learn to just like adapt to new people.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they go to school and they're fine with that. But the whole babysitter thing.
No, their entire demeanor changes when they're around their mom. It's crazy. Like, Steven keeps telling me, like, you just have to leave, Teresa.
Yeah.
Because they're totally fine with Steven.
I wish I could leave, but then they would be home alone.
I mean, when there's another grown-up in the house.
Okay, my random thing is I took Charlie, I was a parent chaperone on her field trip yesterday. And it was kind of a weird setup because in my mind, a field trip is like all the kids go together and do things like as a big group. But we went to Limos Farm and then everybody just did their own thing and basically was paired up with like their own parent who drove them or like a parent who drove them.
That's
weird. Yeah, so I got assigned another girl who came with us. She was totally fine. But then, like, I just took her and Charlie around, you know?
And you didn't, wait, that's so strange.
The teachers just, like, sat there the whole time, didn't really engage. And I was like, this is a weird field trip. It basically is like the class all going together, but the parents doing all the work. I don't know. It was kind of interesting.
Wait, did most parents go?
I would say each class was like 30. I'm guessing close to like 15 parents per class went, if not more. And maybe it's our age, like kindergartners are young and like some parents are like, oh, they're still in car seats and booster seats.
Right.
So if you were getting driven, you had to bring your own like booster or car seat to be put in someone else's car. It's kind of weird, you know?
No, that is weird because when I went to Spina Farms, there were a lot of field trips and a lot of them were kindergarten age and they all like hung out together. They were all together in a group. They had the same t-shirt. That's were like
what I thought would happen.
Hands.
Yeah. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense because there's all these different things at Limos Farm. And if everybody waited in line at the same time, like that wouldn't really work.
Yeah.
So I just think like that location maybe isn't great for a field trip because you're just doing your own thing. But anyway, the girl that we were with, at the end, they wanted to drive these little cars, and there was only one pink car. They both wanted the pink car, and while we were waiting, they're both like, no, I want it, no, I want it. And I was like, well, there's only one. Like, maybe you guys can just sit together, but they both wanted to drive.
Oh.
And then the little girl I was with was like, whoever gets there first gets it, okay? And I was like, if that's how you guys want to do it. So then when the guy comes to let them in, they're both like pushing. And I was like, girls, don't push, don't push. And of course, I'm going to be more strict with Charlie because she's my kid. So the other girl pushed her way through first and got it. And I was like, okay, am I doing this right? Like, I think growing up, my mom would definitely be that way with me. Like, whoever you're with, let them. Because, like, they're kind of our guest. Although, in this case, she's not my guest. Right. I'm just chaperoning. And in my heart, like, I kind of wanted Charlie to get it, too. Because, like, I don't want to teach her she always has to give in to someone else. Because I think that's why I'm a people pleaser.
But she didn't give in, though, right?
She
like,
didn't give in, but she didn't get it. And then she was really upset. And I was like, I know you really wanted it. But, like, there's only one car. We don't have time to wait. We have to leave soon. So if you want to drive, pick another car. And I'm proud of her because she was able to like get out of her
overcome that.
funk and get in another car and have fun. But then at the same time, technically Charlie was in line first. Like, it's a little arbitrary, but she was in front of the girl and the girl pushed around her. So I'm like, in this case, I think Charlie deserved to get it, and I didn't do anything to help her, you know?
Were you guys like talking about which car you wanted in line?
Yeah, they were talking about it. So I don't know. It's so hard to like, I want my girls to listen to me, and then I also want them to not be how
pushed
I am.
around. Yeah.
You know? I want them to fight for what they want more than I do or feel comfortable doing. So it's like very hard to...
That's a tough one, especially because you want your kids to get what they want too.
Yeah, and I'm always like trying to get them to be so polite, and then I'm like, maybe I shouldn't, because other people aren't polite and then they win, you know, like they get it. So what do you do?
I don't know. That's so hard because it's like so different in every situation too. Luckily, this was low stakes and she was able to learn to overcome.
Yeah, and it is, either way, it's a good lesson because like she can't always get what she wants. But I do want her to like fight for it in a polite way if she really wants it, you know?
Did Charlie agree to the fact that whoever gets there first?
Yeah, she did. Like, she didn't fight that. She wasn't like, no, I want it. And she didn't even say, like, I was first. She just was really sad that she didn't get it. Yeah.
Probably even more sad because you were there, too.
Yeah, I think so.
Because she could really let her emotions out with a safe person.
I don't have a good answer, but just something to think about.
Great. Bigger kids, bigger problems.
Yeah. Do you want to do a random one?
Yeah. I went to the Zara Man section at the local mall, or Valley Fair, so it's like a nice mall.
Yeah.
I haven't been there in so long, but it's smaller than the women's section and even the kids section, I would say.
Really?
But it was packed.
Interesting.
And the amount of cologne mixed in that little area was like a middle school dance. That's literally what I thought of. Like, everyone was... I don't know why. There was just so much cologne mixed in there. Plus, like, they probably had fragrance samples or something. And the AC wasn't working or the ventilation wasn't working. And there were just a lot of guys there. And I was thinking, guys don't get the respect when it comes to, like, clothing store sizes. Because they really should have a much bigger space. There were so many people in there. And I did see some really cute interactions. Like, these... And girls do it all the time, you know? Like, you show me what you're wearing, I show you what I'm wearing, I give you my opinion, you give me yours.
Yeah.
And these two guys were doing it. Aww. And then one guy was like, dude, low-key, everything matches with that shirt. Where did you get that from? And I feel like my heart was warmed. And I was like, my heart is probably warm because I have two boys too. And I want them to be able to have these types of like interactions and experiences that are just not considered traditionally manly, I guess.
I do think like the younger generations are breaking a lot of those kind of stereotypes, and they don't care. Like, even just the fact that a lot of them like wear nail polish and it's just like a mainstream thing to do, or they don't care if they like pink or, you know, drama or singing. Yeah. And I think like that's great. And
like clothing and the way we look and the way we dress, like that stays with you. That's important, like in a career, you know, as you grow up, like it shouldn't be seen as something that just girls do. Not that that was my initial impression, but I just thought it was so cute because they were like two teenagers that looked kind of cool, you know, and they were like complimenting each other on the fits.
I love it.
And kind of low-key uncomfortable doing it, but doing it anyway.
Like, I need to know the deets, so I'm going to put myself out there.
But what was really funny to me was Steven hates shopping, got in there and was like, taking so many shirts off the shelves.
Nice.
He went to an offsite and I guess he like told people that he went to Zara, so he like has new outfits every single day for his offsite.
That's so cute.
And the younger like girl on his team went around telling everyone this.
I need to go to Zara Man for Victor because we had our family photos over the weekend and he just basically dressed like he was going to work.
Yeah.
Because he has no new clothes for the past, I don't know how many years.
10, 20 maybe. Same with Steven.
Okay, tell me what Steven bought. Send me pictures later.
Victor has like a more chiseled physique than Steven, I would say.
I mean, I'm not saying yes or no here on the record.
Okay, that's all for this week.
Thanks so much for listening. If you're going to shop on Amazon, please click through our Amazon storefront because we got $5 and we're so excited, but that is not enough for 2 matcha lattes.
Which is what we're striving for.
Yeah.
Maybe even a pumpkin spice latte if we make it happen within this season.
Maybe.
Gotta dream big. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.